Hello! Hello! It is I, people of the internet. It is I, that Canadian fangirl. So I was done it, I'm sorry. This is another episode of my podcast. Today, let's just talk about the MCU. Like, no particular reason, I thought the MCU would be an interesting thing to talk about. Because it's a hot topic. Like, honestly, I don't think it can be so a hot topic. Really can't, I don't know. But, I don't know. And I'm just talking about that what I like about the MCU, which is a lot of stuff. I don't read comic books. I'm not a comic book reader. My introduction to the Marvel Universe was through the MCU, the movies. And that aside, I like it fine. I really do. It's like, yeah, the fun movies. Glad I watched them. I don't know anything about comics, but this is how I got. Don't gatekeep me on comic. Don't gatekeep me, comic fans. Just because I don't read comics, don't gatekeep me. It's like I am totally justified in my love of comic book characters just because I don't read the comics. I can like Spider-Man even if I don't read his comics. I can like Captain America if I don't read his comics, but whatever. I think I really missed Phase 1 because I wasn't aware of the whole going on. So my focus introduction to the MCU was the Avengers, and I didn't realize like 5 movies I had to watch again. I eventually went back and watched Iron Man and Captain America and Thor years later, so I didn't. But I like them fine. I rewatched Avengers recently. Avengers is a really good comic movie. Like, it's fun. It's really fun. The characters are great, the acting is phenomenal, the effects are really good. It's like, when people talk about good comic movies, I totally agree with people when they talk about the Avengers, because the Avengers is great. Phase 2 is definitely a dip, but it's like, and I can't even say like I still on the time when I was still kind of not really into comic book movies, so I wasn't. I think I watched Avengers: Age of Ultron, but I liked. I like Captain America: Winter Soldier. I think it's really good. I didn't watch Iron Man 3. I thought it's okay. I can't talk about the things that movie did wrong because I don't read comics, but the movie was fine. I wasn't angry with the Mandarin. I wasn't angry with the ending. I will put on the internet, but I don't think I watched the one too because I don't watch the one movie. Like, I think about the Avengers. I think after Avengers: Age of Ultron that I really got into these movies, because after Age of Ultron, which I really liked Age of Ultron. I thought it was a solid movie. Yeah, then you get what Ant-Man. I really liked. Guardians of the Galaxy was fun. Was it Captain America Civil War? I love Captain America Civil War. That movie was great. Doctor Strange was excellent. Spider-Man: Homecoming was a great introduction to Spider-Man to the MCU. Uh, what else was there? Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok was great. Avengers: Infinity War was like the movie of the year. That movie was great. I didn't get into Captain Marvel, but Captain Marvel was fine. I gotta rewatch it. I keep meaning to rewatch it, but like I don't know, being really bored by that movie. But whatever. Endgame was phenomenal. Ant-Man and the Wasp was great. I love Spider-Man: Far From Home. I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was like way better than Homecoming. And okay, hot take. I like MCU Phase 4. I just totally don't want to make an episode because I know everyone thinks Marvel is dead. I liked Phase 4. I thought Phase 4 was really solid. I thought Phase 4 had some great movies, and I loved the hell out of Phase 4. But I think considering Phase 4, with also dealing with, pandemic shutdowns and everything getting delayed because of that, but like, I thought Phase 4 was great. like Black Widow. I freaking love Shang-Chi. I think Shang-Chi is so underrated for a movie. That movie is absolutely phenomenal. I love that movie. It's so good. I like the Eternals. Yeah, I like the Eternals. It's like, I love the Eternals with an interesting experiment. It's like, did it work as a whole? I don't know, but it's like, I thought it worked. It was fun. I'd like to see them do more with it. It's like, and then No Way Home was like the best thing. I think one of the best things the MCU has done. No Way Home is phenomenal. I love that movie. Doctor Strange, I really, really, really love Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness. I love Doctor Strange. He's like a bit of my favorite MCU superheroes. I can't talk about the adaptation, but it's like, I think in the movies, I think Doctor Strange is great. And Multiverse of Madness was a phenomenal movie. What else can the MCU? So Love and Thunder, I liked. I think everything was too jokey. It's like, I thought it was funny. I really liked it. I thought it was weird and fun. I don't get. I don't know. I thought it was weird and fun. It's like, I don't know what people were expecting with Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, I thought it was great. Black Panther. I love Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I thought that movie was great. I like Ant-Man: Quantumania. I thought Quantumania was a fun movie. The Ant-Man movies are basically kind of, I mean, they're definitely more B stories, but they're fun, and Quantumania was great. It's like, I can't say I like the ending, but it's like, I thought Quantumania worked. I liked it. Guardians 3 was great. The Guardians of the Galaxy movie basically always get better and better. Like, the first one is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. I love 2. 3 is so good. Like, I'm gonna say this. The Guardians just keep getting better and better and better. Like, I think 3's wet. I think 3's like they'll make him opus. Like, if we're not getting any more these movies from James Gunn, it's like, because he's now trying to keep DC, afloat. It's like, what really swung something up. Figure going again, the Christmas special. I thought the Christmas special was so funny. That was great. But yeah, I like Guardians 3. What else came out last year? And I like the Marvels. It's like, I know everyone says the Marvels like one of the. I know Marvels like probably the lowest MCU movie. I liked it. I raised an eyebrow when it said it was going to be the shortest movie, and now 40 with men. Okay, it's going to have a shit ton of cuts, but I thought it was fine. Like, I don't know, it worked for what it was supposed to be. It's like, that movie was fun. And like, speaking of the MCU, I like the Disney Plus streaming content. WandaVision was a fun ride. I liked WandaVision. It's like, it was an interesting experiment. I think it worked. I was really looking forward to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I was so excited for that movie, and it didn't disappoint. There were a few things that probably will come up in later movies, but it's like, no, I liked it. I like the dynamic between Bucky and Sam. I like what they were doing with it. I thought it was interesting. Like, I don't know, I thought it worked. Loki is probably the best MCU show they had. Like, those two things on Loki were probably some of the best stuff they produced in the past 2 years. Freaking love Loki. Loki was great. What If was fun. I still haven't seen season 2 because I've been busy, and so it's on my watch list. I'll get to it eventually. But like, I liked the first season of What If. I liked, what else? Moonlight. Freaking love Moonlight. It's like, Moonlight, like a show, like, I don't think I would knew what to expect with Moonlight. Moonlight was fun. I freaking love that show. Moonlight was great. But then I also really like Oscar Isaac. But that movie was, it was a good show. It was a good show. What else was on the MCU? Moon Knight, Loki, Secret Invasion. I watched the whole Secret Invasion. It was okay. It's one of the ones that I thought that was like, yeah, they could have done more with this concept. I thought it was just fine. It's like, I'm not gonna sit there and say Secret Invasion was the worst thing they ever produced, but it's like, it exists. It's like, it exists. It was trying to do something interesting. I don't think it succeeded, but it's like, yeah. I don't think the people wanted from Secret Invasion. I don't think they wanted it to be about Nick Fury, but it's like, I thought it was fine. Like Nick Fury got more attention, so it's like, I'm all over that. I like She-Hulk. I know that's not good to say, and I'm gonna get slammed by the comments. I like She-Hulk until the outlaw. I thought that was funny. It's like, okay. Could they have done more with She-Hulk? Yeah. Is it the most like, God, no. It's like, no, She-Hulk is fine. I'm gonna get ratioed by the comments because they're gonna be like, how dare you like She-Hulk? But it's like, it's like, no, it was funny. It had some, it had an interesting premise. I think it knew what it wanted to say. I think people basically slammed it like, I think people slammed it because of that, but it's like, no, this show knew what it wanted. I don't know. I can only get down to it. When people say the MCU is dead, it's like, I don't agree. Because I think the MCU is still going strong. And I appreciate the MCU for what it is. That being the first time they really got the idea of a cinematic universe started, it built, it culminated in an epic battle, and now it's got to rebuild. So, I can't hate it. And it got people who don't read comics to engage with comic book stories, which I think is only a plus for that industry. It's like, I know we're nerds and we all hate it when, each little fandom get big, and like we don't want to share them with people who bullied us in high school, but in the long run, I want to experience these stories because they're good stories and they deserve more an audience. Like, just because I never read a Spider-Man comic doesn't mean I can't get into Spider-Man's movies. Just because I don't read Captain America doesn't mean I can't watch the 3 Captain America movies and enjoy Falcon Winter Soldier. The new Captain America comes out next year. It's like, yeah, I've never read a comic book. It's like, I know who that character is through the movie. And that's what the MCU did. It brought these stories that really only a bunch of nerds knew from the actual comic book and brought them to a wider audience. And that can only ever be a good thing. Because now people can be like, yeah, these characters are awesome. It's not just, people being like, I only know what these characters because of niche fandom. It's like, now they're popular. Now they have attention on them. Now people can basically throw a little bit of money. The way of these people, they can tell better stories. And that's how these communities grow. It's why I mean, and yeah, always been really hesitant because you never know when people basically are jumping on because they want to be included in something that's popular, whether they generally like something. But it's like, if you generally like comic book movies, you're a comic book fan. Just because you don't read the book doesn't mean you're not a fan of comics. And the MCU is great at putting attention on comic book stories and basically introducing a whole slew of audiences to these really complex dilemmas that really have only existed in comic book panels. And for that, I have to appreciate the MCU for what it did do, with one of the best things in cinema history. It's like, now, okay, regardless of wherever the MCU goes in the future, because let's be honest, we don't know where it's going. Deadpool Wolverine comes out in 4 weeks, like the end of July. And next year we have Captain America: Brave New World, and I think I'm going to lose a Disney Plus. I don't know. I had no idea. I love the fact that they're taking a break on that shit, because, like, yes, you overwhelm people during the pandemic with way too much content. Breaks on. Let people, let people react. Let people realize when it comes to content. But my point being, I had a point with that. Well, whatever the MCU does in the future, it did start a precedent for cinema. That being, it redefined movie blockbusters and made movie going an event. Because with Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, No Way Home, these were all movies that got people into theaters to basically experience a story they'd never seen before. And there was a bunch of characters to a bunch of new audiences and got a bunch of people buying comic book merchandise. Like, I'm repping a Captain America shirt right now because I love Captain America that much. And I have to applaud them for doing that because, one, I think one's MCU success, and we saw that fail with DC and every other failed expanded universe that's come on in the past, like, 10 years, but if the MCU is taking a break, we're going to see a rise of something, and it's probably going to be another really niche thing that's going to basically explode. And it looks like it's video game movies. It looks like if comic movies are basically taking a pause, the MCU and DC basically sort themselves out, video games are basically going to be the new blockbuster. And, like, the success of stuff like Mario Brothers, the new Borderlands movie, the Zelda movie that's coming up, honestly, I think a lot of that owes this thanks to the MCU. If Iron Man didn't come out and launch the MCU and basically, set a new gold standard for comic book movies, I don't think studios would take gamble on the IPs. It's like, they know audiences, they know that the fan base for these things, they want people to basically see them. The MCU did gangbusters, so now we have something new that is going to introduce more new people to basically new characters. Like, the Mario Brothers movie probably introduced new audiences to Mario. Which probably didn't help because Mario was huge, but whatever. It's like, the Borderlands movie, I have no idea that Borderlands movie is going to do well, but it's going to introduce a ton of audiences to Borderlands. I don't know what Borderlands is about. I'm going to go see it. I don't know, it looks fun. It's like, I don't know, I've seen a screenshot of the Borderlands game that looks close. I'm not talking about video game movie, but whatever. Same thing with the Zelda movie, but... And I think the thing with the MCU I do like, it takes characters, locations, and ideas from the comics and adapts them onto the big screen that's like, okay, if it's not exact, it doesn't matter, but it is bringing these things to life. Again, people now know who Iron Man is, who the Avengers are, Captain America, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. Okay, Quicksilver was next then, but everyone knew Spider-Man because he actually had a full. Everyone knew Spider-Man. Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Captain Marvel. It's like, these are all characters that like probably like 20 years ago, back in like the 90s. Unless you were a comic book fan, you might didn't know these characters. No one knew the Guardians of the Galaxy was back in the 90s. Like, the MCU basically has changed the face of cinema, and it can only be a good thing. It's like, want to see these characters basically find new, these characters have found a new audience. They found a new home. It's like, the characters, here's the thing. The MCU's version of Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, Thor, the Hulk, Hawkeye, those are my Avengers. I know those Avengers from the movies. When I think of the Avengers, I think of the movie characters now. And so yes, I do envision the active portrayal in my head when I see them. But like that is how those are the interpretation of Iron Man and Captain America from now on is basically how I saw them in the movies. If you read the comics, then you probably have a different interpretation. If you play Marvel vs. Capcom, if you play video games, you have a different interpretation. But it's like there was a whole new generation of people. There was a whole new audience of people who basically experience the Marvel universe solely through the MCU, and that is going to be their interpretation of these characters from now on. Yeah, and I really like it. Now we're going to the MCU. Do not recast. I know people are talking about how because people are disappointed with what the MCU is doing. They're saying they should recast and reboot the entire universe. It's like, no, don't do that. I know they're talking about like, well, we need to accept this as a reboot. It's like, okay, don't reboot. Just because Phase 4 and Phase 5 have not been huge does not mean, reset the universe from the ground up. Because like, no, there are all things that in the MCU that people like, and I don't think they want to see replaced. No one wants to see that. It's like, there are plot points right now in the MCU that I kind of want to see followed up on. Don't just drop them. I know people are like, let's bring back, let's start it all over. Like, no, don't start all over. Like, that doesn't be a mess. Please don't. And don't bring up DC. DC's their own thing. Like, I don't know what James Gunn is doing with DC over Warner Brothers, but like that is their problem. I'm not gonna touch that. At least this episode. To DC later. I have no opinion on DC, so I probably won't. But like, yeah. I mean, no, I don't want to see it rebooted. Okay, we'll see what happens with Deadpool and Wolverine, which comes out in 5 weeks. Yeah, 5 weeks. Maybe 6 weeks. Which probably is going to do something with the X-Men. I'm going to assume it's going to bring the X-Men to the MCU. Because that's the only thing Marvel has to do is bring in the X-Men. It's like we all want X-Men 97. X-Men 97 was like one of the best cartoons this year. Like, oh my god, I freaking love X-Men 97. I kind of want to watch the original X-Men now because I was too young. Well, one, I don't think I was around when the original X-Men was out, but I kind of want to watch it now because X-Men 97 was like one of the best things I've seen ever. And so I want to see the X-Men in the MCU. It's like that's why you bought Fox. Like that's the one thing I will say about about Phase 4, but my own criticism is like Disney bought Fox mainly so they can get the rights to Fantastic Four and the X-Men, and they haven't done anything with Fantastic Four and the X-Men in the MCU. Get them in there. What are you doing? It's like, I know technically Fantastic Four got cast, so that it's coming, and I think that looks really good. Like, the cast is amazing, and like you see the cast of the Fantastic Four movie, it's like, okay, I'm down for that. Did they think Pedro Pascal was going to be Mr. Fantastic? It's like, okay, I'm down for that. I like him as an actor. Like, the cast is good. It's like, but like, the X-Men, great! X-Men 97 is one of the... Everyone's been talking about how good X-Men 97 was, but it's like, it truly was an amazing piece of media, and it is weird that they haven't done anything with the X-Men. Granted, I don't think they know what they're doing with the X-Men yet, but that's probably why they've been hesitant. Because the only thing we're going with the X-Men is the Professor X cameo in Multiverse of Madness, which was cool. That was a really cool cameo. The tease at the end of Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel, I'm going with that. Miss Marvel was great. I love Miss Marvel. That was a great show. And I get the tease at the end with Miss Marvel. It's like, it's like, okay, I'm okay with Miss Marvel being a mutant. Like, that could be cool. It's like, and then at the end of the Marvel, Okay, spoiler for the Marvels if you care. And the mid-credit thing of the Marvels had, was it Monica Rambeau talking to the Beast from the X-Men, like, looks like a alternate reality. So it's like, that could have been a fun cameo, but it's like, I don't know what they're doing with that. But then the thing is, like, don't reboot. I kind of want to know where that's gonna go. It's like, the thing is, like, there's a thread that I kind of want to know where it's gonna go, so don't reboot. Don't reboot. Because, like, you guys clearly have some sort of plan. I don't know what your plan is, but it's like, figure that out, just don't reboot. But, like, other than that, and the X-Men 97, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe when they get the Deadpool Wolverine, we'll find out more what their plans are for mutants. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if basically it meant that somehow Deadpool and Wolverine's antics caused the worlds to basically collide, and then suddenly mutants just show up. Like, no explanation, it's a comic book, so who cares? Like, I don't know. I don't know one thing too. Is like, do you want them to do like a? I'm probably gonna talk about X-Men at a later date, but it's like, I mean, I think the MCU is gonna do like, individual movies focusing on, individual X-Men, then bring them together and just have the X-Men, or just gonna randomly, drop the school like X-Men. Alright, next MCU movie is gonna be X-Men. New Wolverine, Cyclops, Rogue, Jean Grey, Storm, the new Professor. Cause they're probably gonna recast the X-Men. I don't know. I think I don't know. I'll get off this soon because I'm gonna do a separate episode on X-Men. But the one thing about the X-Men too is those X-Men, the original X-Men movies, have a good cast, so it is hard to see new actors playing these characters. So it's like, I don't know what Mo is gonna do with the X-Men. I'm like, they're probably gonna recast. Cause I doubt the actors from the X-Men movie want. Well, they might. I don't know. It's like, do they want to bring them back and basically make it a joke, or are they gonna just go all new? Because I don't really go all new. I was the X-Men, but but they're doing Fantastic Four, so. But yeah, but yeah. That's the real. I do like the MCU. I think the MCU is a really. I think the MCU is a good series of movies. Like, there is nothing like the MCU. It's like, we all joke about, how everything's cinematic. I made jokes with the MCU because Nintendo was trying to do their thing, but it's like, the Marvel Cinematic Universe does exist now. And it's cool, and we all love it. And I've never really hated the MCU. Like, I like it. That being said, if you want my opinion on the actual movies, the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna do something kind of different. I am gonna do a MCU tier list. I am going to open up Tier Maker and rank the MCU projects from my favorite to least favorite. So I'm really looking forward to that because I kind of want to do more tier lists. I think that'd be fun. So if you want more, of hearing me talk about the MCU, come back in like 3 weeks. Yeah, probably. Is it 3 weeks? Hang on. I've scheduled everything in advance so I know what I'm doing. 4 weeks, yeah. Yeah, come back in about 4 weeks. Like near the end of July. Honestly, I think it's going to be in time for Deadpool and Wolverine, so I won't rank that, but I'll probably do all the movies and probably the TV shows too. And I'll probably put my tier list online on my social medias. So, look forward to that. This episode was just to talk about how much I do like the MCU and how I just think it's a great experience. I think it's fun. Also, I realized I was talking way too much about anime, and it's like, I never know about anime. I like other things than anime. I should talk more about movies. This is not an anime podcast. This is a thing that I like podcast. And it's like, I should talk more about movies. Let's talk about the MCU. That's about it for today. Remember to like and share all my socials. They're in the comments down below. Remember to like and share this podcast around. We're gonna go. We'll go just to grow it. You know, tell your friends, tell your enemies. You know, tell people that I exist. Comment if you want to. No gatekeeping. We don't gatekeep in this community. If you like something, like if you like the MCU and you don't read comics, you are a fan of the superhero characters. It doesn't matter how you. It doesn't matter how you get into it. You are a fan. Don't gatekeep. We don't gatekeep in this community. I check my socials. And remember, when people ask you, what fangirl do you listen to? You listen to That Canadian Fangirl. Which Canadian Fangirl? That Canadian Fangirl. Alright. Later, peoples. And remember, peel this in 4 weeks. Bye!